All right, so what we have here is uh, basically placeholders. There's, I'm starting to indicate where the forms are and things like that, but it's overall generally pretty soft. And I know that on the video, it's picking up a little more contrast, but so the lights are reading much uh, stronger than they really are in the image. But they're still, regardless, they're still unresolved, and everything's still a little bit mushy. So I'm going to go ahead and just soften it up just a tad more. Again, not wipe out things too much. And again, the closer I get to the end of it, the less I want to overblend. So let me see here. What I want to do is just come in and start to be a bit more accurate with the edge quality. Begin to refine the cast shadow edges and some of the more subtle planes. And the cast shadows with pastels and oils, and again anything that smudges or blends. When you start to overblend it, looking for those cast shadow edges is going to help you bring back, or put things back in focus might be a better way of putting it. Because if all of your edges are blended, then everything starts to look a little bit soft, and your person looks like they're made up of cotton balls or something like that. So it's helpful in that situation to come back in, start to define some of your larger or more defined planes, your bolder planes. And your cast shadow edges. And that's going to begin to give it more of a sense of volume and to make it look more solid. And also, because I jumped into this pretty quickly, there's bound to be a little bit of reworking the drawing, redefining things. And again, I'm just coming back in with these darker values, and eventually I'm going to knock those back just a little bit, because I don't want every subtle value change to look like some kind of cavern or deep fold or crease. Yeah, so at this point it's mostly just working on the structure, bringing the structure back in, and then I'll gradually from there begin to adjust the values and the edge quality a little bit more. And so if I do decide to come back in and blend, what I'm going to do is blend away from the cast shadow edges. And let me show you. I think this is a nice place to demonstrate that. So we have a really strong cast shadow edge here. And that plane of the cheekbone is pretty bold and catching quite a bit of light. And so what I want to do is I'm going to leave that alone. Notice that I bumped that light right up against that shadow edge. And if I'm going to blend at all, I'm going to blend here to give that gradual turn, work on that form shadow. As opposed to, and leaving the cast shadow pretty sharp. Probably not a good idea to rub stuff in with your fingers. Probably a better idea to use something, a chamois or a paper towel or Kleenex. I use a paper towel a lot of times because I find a chamois will just lift the charcoal or pastel right off the surface. And so I find that this works a little bit better for just subtle blending.